Hello and welcome everyone to Coach for Mind. Welcome to our another Nuggets of Wisdom episode, and I would like to welcome Mr. Lekh Bajaj.
Thank you, Dhyati. Glad to be on the next video. And I think this will help a lot of people who are working from home.
Definitely. So, our topic for today is very general, very common. We all have experienced it, and I would straight away ask the question from Sir that how to stay sane working from home.
Yes, and I think this question has become even important since COVID.
Definitely.
Because although COVID is almost gone, but still a lot of organizations have opted for hybrid model.
Yeah.
And some have completely shifted to remote.
That's true.
So, and I think some people have already talked about this in when the COVID was going on, but now maybe briefly in context of the hybrid model, and now that markets are open, everything is open. So I'll just slightly modify it. So I'll suggest 8 things which can help people, and I'll use my notes for it. First is to establish a routine for yourself. If you're working from home, there should be some boundaries between your work life and your personal life. And a lot of people, even some of my clients also face this struggle that they never know when their work starts and when it ends. It's like throughout the day, it's just going on. And which can, in a way, be a bit unhealthy for your health also and for your relationships also. So it's important that you fix a routine that, okay, from this time, and you can divide it into, not just that you have to fix it from, let's say, 10 to 6. You can break it into 2 parts as well, like 9 to 1, and then take a break, long break, start from 7 to 10, whichever suits you, but the timing should be fixed broadly. Another part of the same is that some people already make to-do lists, but if you do not make to-do list, start making one, because that will give direction to your day. That, okay, broadly, these are the things that I have to finish. You might not, again, the purpose of to-do list is not to get everything done, whichever is on the list, but to give a direction to the day. Even if, and I think there was some research which suggests that even if you are able to finish 60% of your to-do list, you are above average.
That's great achievement, I would say.
Yeah. Which is something I think people who make to-do lists, if they do not realize this as a fact, then they can feel like a failure at the end of every day. That I only did very less. But if you are doing 50%, that's good enough. Because the ultimate goal is to give you a direction, not to do. So basically, we are making to-do list for ourselves, not that we have to fulfill the to-do list for the sake of to-do list. Third is, again, very simple advice that make sure that your workspace is different. It can be a small table chair in your room, but it must not be like, you must not be working on your bed, which can be, which will, in a way, mess up a lot of things. It will mess up your sleep cycle as well, because your body would not be able to associate bed as something to sleep on. Rather, it will confuse that. Am I supposed to be charged up or relaxed here?
Exactly.
And to have a just a small work table is enough. It should be tidy, not too messy, and comfortable chairs. So having that workspace is very important. And also, if possible, like if there are multiple rooms in the house, so keep one room separate for your work, so that not every other time someone or the other is coming through and passing by. So that also helps. So again, boundaries are important. Fourth is to take breaks, because and also taking small breaks, both are important. That not to take too long breaks. For example, I'm gone for 3 hours and then people are writing to me that where are you? And also not to take like 0 breaks or very less breaks. Taking small breaks almost after every 40-50 minutes, walk around, relax a bit, talk to someone in your house or otherwise. So that relaxation is very important, because in office things are structured in a way that you get a break. Some boss will call you, some colleague will ask you, let's go for tea. But when you are at home, you have to do it by yourself, because the system or people around you might not in a way push you to take a break. You would have to plan the breaks. Fifth point is stay in touch with others, so that, because in office again, some work colleagues, or what we refer as work friends, they are always there to do some gossip or to take you for a tea. So that is always there. But when you're at home, it can happen that you might not even think about speaking to someone. So connecting with people is very important, and because you are at home, people around you will have expectations from you, which can again become problematic, and to communicate with them is very important. And I think even students faced it during COVID when they were at home. They might have a lecture to attend, and their parents would pass by. They will ask, "Ye karo, wo karo." So having those boundaries and also having healthy communication, and I think that was my seventh point. So communicate with your loved one time to time, so that they also do not get disappointed that he or she is not talking to us at all, although he or she is at home. Plus, they also understand your boundaries. So that communication is important. Next point is know that when you have to stop working, which is, I think, extremely important. Because sometimes we know that, okay, I'll start at 9, but some work or the other is constantly coming up, and we are working post, let's say 6 p.m. was the designated end time, but the work is not ending. So we have to constantly make sure that after this time I won't work, and we can communicate the same also to our superior, our boss, etc., so that they also respect our boundaries. Although in some organization where the culture is toxic, it might not be possible, but at least we should try to have some boundary that this is the end time. Beyond it, I won't respond to any emails, I won't do anything. And unless and until you respect your boundaries, you can't expect others to respect.
Exactly. That's true.
And last, again, very small advice, to use sound cancelling headphones or earphones, so that, because when we are at home, some sound or the other is happening, either from the neighbors or within the house. So sound cancelling headphones can help you to concentrate and focus better. So these were the 8 suggestions that one can use.
Yes. And as simple as they sound, they're extremely effective. If we just take even like one of them step by step and start implementing them, it will have a compound effect rather than just discarding them as that it's so simple. How can it help me? I'm already going through a lot of stress and I'm experiencing burnout. But slowly and steadily, if we start implementing, can have enormous impact. And what you said, I could relate it with a quote that I read, that spaces have energy and time has memory. So that was extremely beneficial.
And I think for our audience, I would suggest just out of these 8, pick one and start implementing it immediately.
Exactly. With this, we come to the end of our video. If you find value in whatever beautiful content we try to spread out into the world, please hit on the bell icon so that you receive a notification every time we upload a nugget of wisdom for you guys. And do not forget to press the like button and share it with your friends and loved ones. If you are going through some mental health challenge and need a support, do not hesitate to reach out to our team, our community of Coach for Mind, for your mental health and that of your loved ones. And you can also follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn for beautiful posts to uplift your spirit, your mental health and well-being. Thank you and bye-bye.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that whenever we come up with a new video, you are notified about it. Thank you.